88 One Love FM, El Cerrito. 97 Points Heaven, Sao Paulo. KECG. United Rhythms. World One Love. Soul Sound. Unity.
World Heart. World Soul. worldOne.
I am Corey Mason. Yeah. So I'm a native Neoyorquino, almost 51 years old. I guess in the last 20 years I've lived Hawaii for about 12 or 13 years-ish, and then LA, and last 10 here in the Bay Area.
Music's from the four corners and beyond, and beyond. Global Drum Project. Mickey Hart, Zakir Hussain. As we complete our 12th anniversary of nightly Bay Rim broadcast, we give thanks to the West Contra Costa Unified School District, and to you, dear Radio Escucha, for all your support. These 12 years, all volunteer, you hear? Kindling a lively and benevolent atmosphere. Love, utmost love, as below, so above. And with the support of the city of El Cerrito, we're looking forward to our 10th annual celebration of worldOne Festival, July 3 and 4 in Cerrito Vista Park, where in previous years we've had the pleasure of producing and presenting, along with our volunteers, performances by Candido Oye Oba, Motor Dude Zydeco, Asheba, Soul Rebels. We love the rise. We love the jazz. We love to mix them all together. Help you feel better. We thank you for the favor of your listening.
worldOne started out, I think, really decades ago in my heart and my mind, really. I was just a kid who grew up in the New York Metro, and I've always been interested in music and art, and I guess it seems like other.
All right, let's see what we got for mail today. Here we go. International House, UC Berkeley, great place. I'm kind of a house DJ for them. School district, that's good or bad. Find out. Visa, that sort of speaks for itself. Deborah, what's this? Uh-oh. All right, nail biter. Notice of acceptance. This is big, guys. I've been waiting for this. I'm going to show you a little shrine on the other table. Who's it from? Here it is. United States Patent and Trademark Office. What that has to do with is my original service mark registration of worldOne Radio as a broadcast project and in another related promotional category with the federal government, which I did pro se. It's scary to do anything without an attorney in America. Just ask any attorney. So let me show you what's been on the table. Woohoo! Check out the hat. I burned half of it the other day. I lit one of these candles, and this pom-pom went up in smoke. It was kind of exciting. Come on over here. All right. Now what I've just renewed successfully is something very precious to me, which is the name in the Federal Registry, worldOne Radio. That's the original logo from 10 years ago. Obviously, we've morphed. This was doodled on a napkin on Dolores Street, I think, in Church Street, San Francisco, about 12 years ago. And I did it on a napkin, and my friend Rich went home and kind of cleaned it up for me. Everybody kind of crunching together on this beautiful turquoise jewel of a planet, united by music culture. Music culture. This is our logo, as it were, rendered by Maria Tina, and it's kind of funnily enough, folks see all kinds of things in this. Fried egg, Turtle Island, the sun, flower, all of those things are perfectly legitimate. And on the back, it's stamped with One Love. So we often call the project worldOne Love.
So while I was a youth, jazz hit me first. I loved jazz and R&B and soul, so I was slipping into jazz clubs when I was 15. And that was cool. You know, I didn't drink, but, you know, I was underage, clearly.
As an undergrad, went to State College, sunny New York at Cortland. I flung myself overseas with a study abroad program, which was projected to be 6 months. It turned into a year at my initiative. And I was absolutely persuaded of the value of getting outside the country. And I don't think I could articulate it at the time, but I just knew something fundamental was changing in my worldview. So when I came back, I resolved that I needed to have more experience traveling the world. I'd been around Europe a bit, and it was a genuine immersion. I came back completely bilingual, and understanding some fundamentally different perspectives on how Europeans, particularly, especially communists and socialists, viewed America and me. So I had enough language to go undercover, basically, and feign being Central American. When I came back, which is true, I mean, most people took me for Salvadorian because of the way I look, or Panamanian. So when I came back, I resolved to look for work that would assure that I had an early opportunity in life for continued international travel and access. So I interviewed for several different airlines and wound up being hired by Pan American, which is a textbook case on how not to run a company, but I did enjoy 7 years of international travel. I was based in Hawaii shortly thereafter, and I stayed there for other reasons that had entirely to do with recreation, surfing, windsurfing, body surfing, etc.
And then I had an opportunity relatively early, to travel pretty broadly with the airline. And all the while, I'm collecting images and sounds and having adventures in a lot of interesting places. You know, you don't make a lot of money as a flight attendant, but I was living in Hawaii and soaking up all those beautiful vibes in the Aina of Hawaii. So I was constantly listening for sounds and seeking images and art. So roll camera. I wound up some 8 or 9 years later getting involved in commercial radio, sort of vis-a-vis advertising in Honolulu. And that started 12 years of working in commercial radio.
I mean, I went from basically hybridized listening, looking for a job, and the first place I found there was work was commercial radio. So I just jumped in to, you know, kind of get my feet wet. As it turned in, I damn near drowned. I decided that I would continue to keep my job with Pan Am, which I cherished, and I was senior enough to work on the weekends, and I took a job working in sales, as it were, for an AM/FM radio station downtown Honolulu called KIKI, Kiki. Subsequently, for 5 years, at the end of those 5 years, I'd risen through the ranks meteorically and became the general manager, and that's about when I felt confident enough in my capacity and interest in broadcasting to actually abandon, you know, the other career, as it were, and stay with radio. So I went to LA, stayed about 2 years, and the overall experience was richly educative and hellacious, given that I walked right into the gaping maw of Hollywoodisms. I felt like Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz, you know, temporarily anyway. And within 2 years, I was frightfully unhappy, and I was recruited to come to work here in San Francisco for Live 105, which was another radical culture shift, because I had just been in salsa-drenched Hispanic LA, and I came up here and I wound up in punk rock land in a punk rock band. Let's see, I got in a lot of trouble at Live 105 for innovating. It just pisses people off, ultimately. No matter how groovy the culture looks, if you rock the boat, no matter where you are, you're going to find yourself outre. And then there's politics and personalities and stuff. I like to think I can almost get along with everybody. I'd rather make it a point. But, you know, I sort of Look, I never set out to offend anyone necessarily, but as I instruct kids, sometimes you offend people just by being who you are. And that's nobody's fault. It's just how you are.